episode 29 of The Beardcaster. My name is Scott Sikora, and I am The Beardcaster. Once again, I'd like to welcome you all to a podcast all about beards and mustaches and the great people who live in the community. These are the stories and the adventures from the people who grow and embrace them. There are so many interesting situations that follow those of us with facial hair, from lifestyle to competitions to everyday life and the world around us. So why don't you join me as I share the stories about these people and hear how they're using their facial hair to become awesome and to do really great and fun things. Once again, welcome to The Beardcaster. My name is Scott Sikora, but you already knew that already because I said that. We just got to get into the meat and potatoes of this one because this was a really fun episode. A lot of work went into this one. I'm really excited about it. But before I get into what today's episode's about, which is my adventure at the Wizard World Comic-Con in Cleveland a couple weeks ago. A lot of fun. I got so many great and fun interviews. I talked to so many great and wonderful people, ran into a bunch of great friends, made a bunch of new friends. It was just an awesome time. If Wizard World Comic-Con's coming to your neck of the woods, I highly suggest you attend. But before I dive into my content with that, just a couple of quick things that I want to talk to you all about. First of all, if you want to find out more information about the Beardcaster, which is me, you can go to thebeardcaster.com to find out everything you might want to know about me. You can get hooked up to all my social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And you can also directly email me at scott@thebeardcaster.com. Now, if you go to the website and you click on the blog, at the top, it will take you to my latest blog, which was a music review that I just did for a band called French Donkey, and the album was called Make Gold. Now, please go check the link out to the blog, and after I'm done with the interview, I'm going to play a tune from them at the very end of the podcast, so check it out. It's awesome. I wrote a really good review for them because it is a really great record. It's a solid record. It's got 21 bangers on it, and I can't stress how great of a record it is. But once again, check out the blog and take a listen towards the end of the episode so you can hear one of the tracks from it. But next, I'd like to give a couple of shout outs. The first one is a massive apology for my last episode, the Whiskerina episode, and Josh Spencer and I had been emailing back and forth, and he'd been being very encouraging to me because I was kind of going through a little rough time, and he was being very encouraging, talking about how much he really liked the podcast and everything. And Josh does a company called Universal Beard, and as I was going out, I said .com, but it's actually universalbeard.co. So if you want to check them out, once again, there's not a show, but there is a link in my show notes or the blog post that goes with this episode. So I'd like to say I apologize, Josh. You were awesome. Thank you once again. And universalbeard.co. Check them out. I'd also like to... This one's a funny one because when he messaged me, I just started laughing. But Chad Roberts, now he's just an awesome dude. And he emailed me and wanted to tell me how much he enjoyed the last episode, but he wanted to make a correction because I, of course, made another error, and I like to bring those out to everyone's attention when I kind of mess up, but apparently it's / not /, so now I will no longer be giving out website addresses with detailed information because now Chad has made me feel self-conscious about it, but I do thank you for that, and I'm just decking around with you because I think it's kind of funny. I'd like to also say a shout-out to Jeff Kirkby, one of our local guys, sending me some good stuff, good feedback too, and thank you for listening. Thank you for being a supporter. Thank you for buying the Brutal Beard. Awesome product. I'd also like to send out this is a super-duper shout-out to Zach from Beardaholic. Now, I get these random emails every so often, but I get this one from Zach from Beardaholic, and he just said the most awesomest, greatest, nicest, encouraging things, and wanted to help the podcast out. So I asked them just make some posts on Beardaholic for me. And, they went right to it, and I was very thankful. Just really great dudes, really nice guys. And thank you guys so much for your support, and I greatly appreciate it. But, okay, now this is another good, exciting thing, and I'm really trying to get to where I'm going as fast as I can, but I just got so much to talk about this episode. I got a quick question for all of you, and I'm looking for a little bit of feedback. So, I currently have a little quote-unquote secret project in the works. I've been talking with another content producer, and we have some plans to possibly be able to take the Beardcaster to a weekly show. Now, my question is, how would you guys like a weekly Beardcaster show? What are your thoughts? Do you think it's worth my time to look into this? Do you guys really want to hear more of me? And what kind of show ideas might you have? What kind of content do you want to hear? What do you want to know about? So I'm looking for ideas for things that are important to you. And I want to know what kind of stuff that all of you are looking for from me or from a podcast about beards. I mean, there aren't very many out there, so I'm just trying to get a handle on what it is you want to know about. Are you looking for me to do more interviews or more information about beard care? Do you want me to do more interviews with more popular or well-known beard people that are in the scene? Do you want me to go to more events and interview people and talk to people that are interesting? I don't know. I mean, I need some feedback from you. Do you want more of those personal adventure shows of me covering different things that I think are cool, or what interests you? You let me know what you want me to talk about, and let's see if I can make it happen. I mean, that's all I can ask for. And what I want you to do is just email me directly at scott@thebeardcaster.com and let me know what it is you might want to hear. And let's work together. We can be a team, you and me, together. That's what the acronym for team is. Together, everyone achieves more. So let's be that team. Now, let's get right into this. Like I said, I've already babbled on for a couple minutes, and I really want to get into this. So a couple weeks ago, I went to the Wizard World Comic-Con, and I had a really awesome time. I spent a lot of time there. I walked around. I looked at a lot of stuff, and I wrote a blog about it, so you can check out the blog at thebeardcaster.com/blog/Wizard World. Now, that's all you got to do, or it'll be in the show notes. So whatever podcast listening app you have, just click on the show notes, and I'm attaching it in there too. So you don't even need to go to my website if you don't want to. It's all up to you. So all you need to do is go there. You'll find out all the information about everything I talk about when I was at Wizard World. There's a ton of pictures. There's just a lot of fun stories. But don't take it from me. Listen to what I did at Wizard World, and I'll catch you on the flip side. I hope you enjoy, and action. Tell me your name. I don't know if we've ever met.
We've never met before in our lives, ever, ever, ever. This is Josh Jenigas.
Hi, Josh. I think you were episode 2.
1, I think.
2.
2?
He was my first guest.
Number 2, I am.
Yeah, now you're going to be number 29, I think. I'm not sure off the top of my head. But, okay, we're at WizardCon in downtown Cleveland today, and there's about 25 people here today, would you say?
You need to work on your math skills. There's at least 26.
Yes, I don't count very well. Something funny, ma'am? Oh, she keeps running away, so I'm not going to tell. Let's pose. Let's say hi.
Hi.
Okay, now make sure you give me that picture. Okay, you are here because now you showed me this thing that you got signed, and this is a really cool story because I'd never heard of this guy before. Now tell me who it was that you ran into and you got the autograph from.
Well, I actually came here for work, just kind of like get inspired and see what's out here. And I was walking around, and I look off in the distance, and I see Mark Kistler, who is actually...
Explain who he is.
Mark Kistler used to run a PBS program, several actually. One of them was actually called The Secret City, and it was teaching you how to draw. and teaching you how to draw like in 3D. And the whole thing was basically building about shape, form, size, and shape, and just very inspiring. Every time his show was on, I'd always pull up my sketchbook and draw with him.
I had never, ever heard of this guy before, so when you showed me this, I was really, really excited because I'm like, number one, he has a killer mustache, and so I was like, oh, this would be perfect thing to talk to you about because he's got a cool mustache. He inspired you, with your drawing and stuff, and I just thought that was a really cool story. So now, how was it to meet him? Was it everything you expected it ever would be?
Actually, he was a very nice guy to talk to. He was down to earth. I told him I was a big fan of the Secret City show growing up. And he's like, well, I got a Secret City poster for you. And he gave it to me, and then I went ahead and bought one of his drawings. And he signed both of them, and he photobombed a photo for us. So he kind of stood up and was waving in the background for one of our photos.
Now, see, you probably made his day because I'm sure, did he have a booth here?
Yeah, he actually had a booth here. He still does. He's down over there in the corner.
I'll have to go over and talk to him.
All right.
And I'll go, hey, there was this really weird stalkerish kind of fan guy that was over here earlier? Well, he's a friend of mine, and he just has been talking about you all day. It's been really weird. So how do you think he'd react to that?
He knows Kung Fu, so he might hurt you. I'm kidding. I don't know.
You mean Kung Fu the panda?
Yes.
All right. What else? Have you seen any really good and exciting thing? What's been some other cool stuff you've seen here today?
Well, you got the Batmobile, and you also have a Speed Racer car, the Stanford and Sons car. Lou Ferrigno, I saw him. Gene Simmons. One of the guys from the Beatles. Not the Beatles, the Monkees.
Monkees, yeah.
I know. Now someone's going to shoot me. A lot of cool art, a lot of cool T-shirts and stuff. It's actually pretty cool to be here. So.
All right. Well, cool. I thank you for taking a few minutes to talk to me, and until next time we meet, peace out.
Peace out. Later.
All right. I'm here with Alex Demko from Chardon, Ohio. He's a bearded guy. Let me see. Why are you here today?
I am here with my lovely fiance.
And okay, what's your name?
Bridget.
Bridget, we've never met. I'm Scott. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi. Okay, you guys are here. That's all right. No, that's all right. That's all part of this. This is what I do. Okay, you guys are at the Wizard World Comic-Con because of her.
Nerd enthusiasm.
All right. You're a Star Trekker. All right. Now, are you a specific character?
No.
You just like Star Trek a lot.
Yes.
We just watched the latest movie the other night, and it was really good. What did you think of it?
I really liked it. It was better than the second new one they did.
Yeah, the second one I couldn't even get all the way through, but I really do like the reboot much better than the original. The face? You tell me.
I don't know. The originals were better. I know they had a problem with budget on the original one movie, so they started to slack off. But I'm a Next Gen fan, and the Next Gen movies were like my favorites. But the new ones are doing a really good job. They just sometimes try and copy the old ones, and then they run into problems.
Yeah, I definitely like the Next Generation. I was not a fan of the original. I mean, I liked the original series of movies with Shatner and Nimoy and all that, but definitely I do like the Next Generation series and movies and stuff. But I never got into the TV show. I hate to say.
I grew up with it as a kid, so that's how I got into it. So, and Picard is just awesome.
Jean-Luc Picard. Damn you.
Yeah.
Okay, now obviously, do you like Star Wars?
Yes.
Now, which do you like better?
Star Trek, but I like them both. I don't like to choose.
Who's your favorite bearded character in Star Trek?
Riker.
That was a trick. That was a trick question. Who's your?
Worf have a beard? No, he doesn't. Does he? No, he doesn't. He just looks like he should have a beard.
Yeah, it's his weird face plastic. Okay, who's your favorite bearded Star Wars character or mustached? There's only one answer to this one.
Lando.
There you go. Lando with his landing strip on his nose.
Does Chewbacca count? That's like a whole...
He's a walking beard.
Yeah, that's a walking beard. If I had to choose, like, that would be it. Like, the vast amount of hair is what you have to go for there.
And the last comic convention that I went to, and I was asking everyone who their favorite bearded Star Wars character was, everyone said Chewbacca. And I'm like, come on, man. No one said Lando.
Yeah, it's not technically a beard. But Lando doesn't have a beard. He just has a mustache, does he?
No, he just has a mustache, but that counts because it's facial hair. I mean, there are other... Oh, and you got it. Okay, here's another one. Oh, who?
The Wampa. He's got kind of a beard.
What are you talking about?
Wampa's got the horn beard.
Oh, yeah, yes, yeah. But that's all hair, though.
Well, you know.
That's like saying a tauntaun.
And Wampa's count.
Okay, what about Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Ooh, touche.
Touche. Pasta touche on the left-hand side. That's what I heard.
Which Obi-Wan are you talking about? Like,
Well, both of them.
yeah, both of them could count.
But okay, here's the real question: who wore it better?
Younger, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Younger.
A little bit better beard care. Probably use some oils and such.
Shut up.
I think especially because the third one, he like cleaned it up a little bit, so he kind of had like a...
Well, it's because he got older and much more mature. You can't just be a young Jedi with a beard that's all willy-nilly.
Yeah, I guess.
It-
We're so focused on, fighting the Sith. Who has time to... But you do have the lightsaber. I wonder if you can, like, trim it up with the lightsaber a little bit.
He could just use it just like real close and just shave that, but that smell.
Like that burnt hair smell.
That's no good. Are you into comic books?
A little bit.
Are you into comic books?
Not as much.
Okay, good. I'll talk to her then. The beard drew me to you, and then it led me to her. So, okay, what comic books do you like?
Mostly Marvel, but I do like Batman. Batman's awesome. And then, what?
Okay, who's your favorite Batman?
We're talking movies or comic?
Well, we're going movies because that's all I really know. Because I'm not a fan of Batman. I watch all the movies, but I have not watched the Batman versus Superman, so I know nothing about that.
Fine on that one. Val Kilmer, I think.
Oh, that's a bold statement.
Yeah.
I would have thought Michael Keaton was the way to go. Well, see, Alex and I are all for the Michael Keaton, so...
It was hard. I liked them both, kind of.
That is what she said. It was hard.
Yes, it's Batman. It's always hard.
Oh, so you're saying the Val Kilmer Batman was hard for you?
Yes.
Well, if you were a man, he would have made you hard, but you're... Okay, I see what I'm doing there? I'm trying to make you uncomfortable.
Yes, I see that. It's very...
I think it's working.
Yeah, a little bit.
Now, okay, did you collect comic books when you were younger, or still do you just...
No, my brother did, so I heard a lot of it from him, so that's how I got into it. And then I was a big sci-fi fan, and from going to sci-fi things, I got into comic book stuff.
Now, what sci-fi things did you go to? Like,
the Comic-Cons are the first things I've really gone to because I didn't get a chance when I was younger, but I was always a huge Star Trek fan and Star Wars fan and any of that kind of stuff, so I've always been a big fan of it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome to talk to the women that are into the sci-fi stuff, because you think, for me, it's always been guys that I've always known. I've never known girls to be into it, so it's cool to meet people. So, all right, well, thank you for your time. I appreciate it, and prosper and live long, right?
Live long and prosper.
See, I did that on purpose. All right, thank you, guys. All right, as I'm walking through WizardCon here, she's laughing. She thinks this is funny. So I'm walking by, and I'm just kind of looking at the booths that are going on, and I see this Beardo Comics. And I just got to stop and talk. Now, I'm assuming you're the creator, correct?
I am. Yeah, beards have united us.
It's amazing. I can't stop laughing. This is really funny. I just might have to make this whole entire episode all about you. But let's talk about you. Who are you?
Yeah, my name is Dan Doherty. I'm from Chicago. I'm an artist and I'm an artist and author of comics, including the Beardo series and Touching Evil, which is under my Beardo Comics imprint.
Now, what inspired this?
Beardo? Beardo, I got the name back in college. I was one of the only guys in college who had a beard in 99 for some reason, and I became Beardo. And when I started doing the strip, it was 10 years ago, and I was just looking for some outlet creatively while I was working my day job and hating it. So I was making a strip a day, just kind of recounting things I thought were funny in my day-to-day life, and pretty soon I was in a couple newspapers, and things kind of took off from there, and it's 10 years later, I've got 5 books.
Wow, the books are beautiful. Now, even the character looks like you. Is it?
It's very autobiographical, but I try to keep it relatable. I don't want it to be like kind of too in-jokey, like I want it to be something that people can understand on a universal truth kind of level, like things that are funny to people no matter who you are, So the series follows them through life, all the things that a lot of people go through, like having to work those bad jobs when you first get into the workforce, bad relationships that lead to good relationships, getting married, working for yourself, having kids, like all these things are fodder for the strip, and they all end up being themes that run through the 5 books.
This is incredible. I still I have the biggest smile on my face. I'm not even sure because how about this? Do you have a website?
I do. The website is www.beardocomics.com.
I just do not know how I have not heard about this yet. I've been doing this podcast for almost a year and a half, and I've been interviewing different bearded guys and stuff, but really, this is just it was like we were meant to meet today.
This was fated to happen. This had to happen. And if you need to find another bearded comic creator it's in the name. I have some frenemies in Chicago, unshaven comics. So they're buddies of mine, but we like to jokingly say that we hate each other because we're both bearded comic games in Chicago. But check those guys out too if you haven't already.
Oh, I'll definitely. You know what? I'm even because I'm so impressed by this, I will actually make a trip to Chicago to hang out with you guys for a weekend. I think that would be the funnest time.
Done. Unite.
I know I have some family up there and some friends. But I love Chicago. It's a great city. Now tell me, you said 10 years you've been working on this. Now, is there anything else you would do other than this?
Yes, I do a series under my Beardo Comics imprint, which is very different from the Beardo strip. It's called Touching Evil. It's a graphic novel. It's a supernatural thriller about this woman who's given a curse that allows her to kill anyone she touches if they're evil. So it raises a lot of Twilight Zone themes of morality and also horror at the same time. She has to wonder, should she use this power? What is evil? Who can she trust? There's a lot that goes into play in this story. It ends up being a really high suspense thriller.
All right, that's really cool. The books are beautiful. They're really nice looking, very colorful. I'll take some pictures and I'll show everyone. But do you have Facebook pages? Other than your regular website. Do you have a good online presence?
I do. Actually, I would love to see people get directed towards my Instagram page. I've got that at Beardo Comics. I also have my Facebook page has very regular posts of my strips and what I'm doing and what shows I'm at. So if you go to Dan Doherty, you can check me out and friend me on Facebook. I've got a page for each of my comics too. So there's a Beardo page, there's a Touching Evil page.
I will in the show notes for this episode, I will put a link to absolutely all of your just to make it easier for everyone, because I know how you could listen to something real quick and then it's out of your head, but I'll make it super easy for everyone. I'll put a direct link right in the show notes and in the blog post for this episode so you can easily find Dan. What else? Anything else you got?
I have a beard.
Now your beard's really nice and short and very. You trim it very nice. Has it ever been crazy, or has it just been like this the whole time?
Yes, it's gotten bigger, fuller, richer. This is about as short as I keep it. So depending on the time of year and how I feel about it, I give it a little trim or not. But I've always had a beard, with very few exceptions for my entire adult life.
That's me too. Now, see, I focus a lot on competitive bearding. Do you guys? What do you know about that?
I don't, but you have a very intimidating beard. You have one. It's down past the chest, you're into the stomach region.
Yeah, it was at one point past my navel, but that as I gotten older and I just keep trimming it. And actually, I just had a big accident this morning when I was shaving.
Oh, no.
and on my Instagram I have a huge picture of hair in my hand. It was the razor was
Crime scene.
yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was like hair all over the place. I felt really bad, but I didn't lose the direct length in the middle. It was just a little bit off the side. So, okay. So, anything else?
No, just Cleveland rocks. How about that?
Yeah, well, that is great. Where's your next stop?
My next stop is what's today? I forget. I've got a bunch of shows. I'm doing Wizard St. Louis. I'm doing C2E2. I'm doing Gem City Con.
Gem City. Oh, see now you're going to two cities right there. The St. Louis and was that Cincinnati?
Yes. Isn't that what Gem City is?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Now there are two huge beard clubs in both of those towns.
Really? Yes.
And I will specifically hunt them down, and I will share this on their pages, and I will tell them to make sure, because a lot of those guys are like really into comics and sci-fi conventions and stuff like that. So I will direct them your way. So if you see guys with beards like mine, you will know they came from me.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Now, see, that's where I think that this works really well, because I think that I can open a whole new door.
You're basically my talent agent at this point.
Right now, yeah, I'll direct all the sales for you, so I'll just get a little cut. But
thank you. Yes, it's been great that we connected at this point with this beard. I looked at that. I'm like, this guy has to like this comic. That beard demands it.
All right, Dan. Well, thank you very much. And like I said, I will put a link to everything. Let's get a quick picture together and have a very fruitful Wizard Con.
Thanks, Scott. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. What is your name, sir?
My name is Stephen Getz.
Stephen Getz. Where are you from?
From Lakewood, about 15 minutes from here.
What do you know about competitive bearding?
All I know is that my beard cannot hang with the...
Oh, it can, sir. Yes.
No way.
Okay, so I'm with Stephen here at the Wizard Con. Why are you here today? What is your interest?
Originally, we were here to see Michael C. Hall, who plays Dexter. He canceled, but we were here.
That's not cool, man.
No, it happens, though. But we were here. My wife, we bought her brother to his first show, and then we were here to meet Millie Bobby Brown, who plays Eleven on Stranger Things.
Did you meet her yet?
Yes, we did.
And was she awesome?
She was awesome.
Ooh, I'll get a picture of you with that, too. That is awesome. So was she everything you thought she would be?
Yeah, absolutely. We missed her panel, but she was cool.
I wanted to interview her, but she didn't have a beard, so I didn't know what I could talk to her about. Maybe if she was going to have a beard in season 2, but I highly doubt it.
Ditto.
All right, now, next thing, Machine Head. Come on, tell me what you love about that band.
Everything. It started when I was in high school. It started the first time I saw them, they were opening up for Pantera.
Oh, I saw them. The first time I saw them, they were opening for Obituary and Napalm Death.
Okay, the first time I heard Davidian, that was it.
Awesome. See, I never saw them with Pantera. That would have been awesome.
97, if I remember correctly. So they were just released The More Things Change.
Oh, see, that was the one.
I didn't even know about Burn My Eyes yet. Didn't even know about them.
Yeah, see, that
opened up for them and boom.
So, how many times have you seen them?
8.
See, I think you're up on me a couple. Yeah, so I go out, like, as soon as I see him the first time, I go out and I'm like, my first tattoo, I get the Machine Head logo on my back. And I'm like, oh, and I still remember the first time I met Rob Flynn, and he about took me down to the ground. He's like, dude, that's fucking awesome. But I love that band. They've gotten, like, what's your least favorite?
My least favorite band?
No, your least favorite record, but...
Supercharger.
Yeah.
I'm good songs, don't get me wrong, but overall...
Yeah, I'm on the fence about the Burning Red.
A couple of good songs on there. I really like Exile to Vile a lot. And Desire to Fire. So those two songs kind of like give them the album its due. But Supercharger, I don't know. They were in a weird time personally too with the record label and whatnot. And once they got out of their original deal and they came back with Through the Ashes of Empires, they just took their game to a whole new level.
Yeah, and then they end up going back to Roadrunner. But I mean, they were on Roadrunner Europe or Roadrunner, Europe that's how they ended up getting back. But I mean, they definitely worked a better deal to come back and put out the last 4 records have been insane.
It's been unbelievable. The Blackening, I didn't think they could top the Blackening, but then Bloodstones and Diamonds comes out and they're like neck and neck, man. Both of those albums, I cannot pick a better one.
Oh, absolutely, I absolutely agree with you.
That Evening With tour.
Yeah. It was at the Agora.
And they did the Agora.
2.5 hours or so?
Shows I've ever seen in my life. 2.5 hours, $20. We did the meet and greet beforehand, so we got drumhead signs, CDs, posters. They were just the coolest dudes. Got to tell Dave McClain that he was like one of my favorite drummers since high school.
Me too.
Yeah, so what does he do? He gives me a set of drumsticks and a drumhead. He's like, here you go. I'm like, are you serious?
So are you a drummer?
No, but when it comes to bands, that's what I gravitate to.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been playing drums. Yeah, I've played drums for a long time, and like he was like one of the guys that was very influential on me too. So just everything about that band.
Yeah, him, Danny Carey from Tool, Thomas Hawk from Meshuggah, Dirk from Soilwork, who's now with Megadeth. Yeah. All of those guys, just unbelievable drummers. You know, I was even a big fan of Raymond Herrera from Fear Factory.
Were?
Yeah, it's just, you know, they unfortunately they, you know, fell off, and now he's no longer with them. So
yeah, well, one of my favorite records is the one with Gene on it, Mechanized.
Yeah, Mechanized was awesome. It was really good.
Okay, so what inspired you to grow this awesome beard? Where does the beard come from?
Believe it or not, it comes from Sons of Anarchy.
Now that's the first. That is a first.
Yeah, because one of our favorite shows, the wife and I, you know, some of those dudes had some pretty badass beards. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna jump on this.
Now that's really cool. I mean, to hear, because I'm walking around. Look at that, guys. Look at that shirt right there.
Right there.
He's got a Machine Head shirt.
That's right.
And I have a tattoo on my back, but you can't see it. So, but yeah, I mean, usually guys are like, you know, hey, you know, we saw that show Whisker Wars or whatever, and they started growing beards, or guys have just been. I mean, I'm really into competitive bearding, so. But I'm telling you, man, you got a shot in that. No, you don't.
It's taken a long time just to get to this length.
How long have you been growing?
About 2.5 years.
All right. So it is slow, but I mean, you got some long ones and some short ones in there. So
I need to even it out a little bit.
Do you have any kind of like regiment with doing anything with it?
I soap and water every day in the shower, and shampoo and conditioner every other day.
That's a good technique. Do you brush?
I do brush as well.
Brushing helps it grow.
Yes, it does.
All right. What now? I'm going to get a picture with you, and I want to get a picture of that. But anyways, what else are you into here? Like, what are your gets?
We're big pop collectors, those little bobbleheads. So we were here, bought a couple of those as well, and then some artwork.
Loki, the Winter Soldier.
And then the guy was kind enough to throw in...
Thor and Captain America.
Threw them in for free. So
oh, wow.
I'll take it.
Cool. What is your thoughts on Winter Soldier replacing Captain America?
I know it's coming, and I'm ready for a shakeup, man. Something bad's got to happen, and it happens in the comics, so I can't wait to see how they do it in the movies. Evidently, it's going to happen in the next movie.
Yeah, because, isn't Chris Evans... Didn't he say he wants to hang it up?
Yeah, and then Sebastian Stan's on, I think he's got a contract for like overall 9 Marvel movies. So, yeah, and Chris doesn't. So it's going to happen.
Because that's what, I mean, I'm not a huge like Captain America fan, but I mean, that's what I can derive from what's been going on. That, you know, you can definitely tell that he's just kind of getting out of it and bringing the Winter Soldier in. He's going to be taking over for Captain America. That's really awesome.
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, that's my dude. That's my favorite character, but I'll hate to see him go. But Sebastian can fill his shoes.
Awesome. I am here with Andrew Heath. Now, is it true that your family's money comes from the candy bar?
No, it is not.
All right. You wish, though, right?
For sure.
Okay, now tell me who you are and why you are at the WizardCon.
My name's Andrew Heath. I'm a designer and illustrator. I'm from Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh, I got some boys from Lexington.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
And I'm here to just sell my pop culture art. All screen prints, all limited edition.
How long does it take you? I mean, I'll show. I'm going to take a picture of the booth so people can see some of the stuff. There's a great mustache right there, but I mean, this stuff is amazing. I love it. It's real simplistic, but it's very colorful. Now, tell me, how did you get into this?
I had a local convention in town, and I thought that I'd give it a try because I love pop culture, and it just kind of snowballed from there. I went to school for art and graphic design, and kind of do half convention, half like freelance work.
Now, how are you able to do some of these designs? I mean, isn't there trademark shit?
A lot of it is, some of it's transformative, like original artworks, like my ideas. Some of it's super subtle, like it wouldn't matter anyways. A lot of it's parody, which gets away with it. And then some of them, I'm just sticking it to the man.
Well, the man doesn't listen to this, so we will hopefully still run under the radar.
Nice, that works.
Now, obviously, you're definitely, are you a big Star Wars fan, Star Trek, Doctor Who?
This is just all stuff that I love. I like all of it. I like games, movies, television, comics, just everything.
This stuff's really cool. I really, really enjoy it. Now, do you do a lot of conventions? How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing the conventions this will be my 6th year. I do about 20 to 25 a year, and this is just my 4th one of the year, so I'm just getting started.
Is it good for you?
Yeah. I do this full time with freelance designs. So.
Oh, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I love it.
The dream's coming true, buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me see, what else can I ask you? You have a couple books too, right?
Yes.
Now tell me about those.
Well, one of them, a local Lexington author wrote it, and I designed the cover and did all that stuff. So,
what's it called?
Curses, Crones, and Unspeakable Things by Justin DiPioli.
I will put a link right for that so people can buy it.
Please do. And then the other book is my book. It compiles the past 5 years of pop culture art that I've done.
That's cool. And what is your ultimate goal and plan with this? Now, do you do tell me about your freelance stuff? What stuff do you do?
I do logos. I got some card games that I designed. Looney Labs, they made Flux. I don't know if you're familiar with. It's pretty popular among this crowd. Logos, book covers, just gig posters, just anything that comes. And I guess the end goal is to just do freelance full time and kind of get some killer jobs,
Okay, all right, now tell me about the pins and where do you obviously design all these, but do you get them made somewhere? I like the koozies, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, the pins, there's a place in Idaho that makes them for me. I do all the designing, and there's a lot of pin companies that I'm pretty sure they all get them made in China from the exact same place. But the pins are super popular online. I've collected them, and I was like, I'm going to start making them, and they do pretty good here. More of an online kind of thing, though.
Now tell me about this Reanimator poster here. What's the story about this one?
That was actually for an art show for Gallery 1988 in LA. They had a yearly cult classics art show that's just called Crazy for Cult, and that's what that was for. And it was a limited edition run, and I sent them out there for that and got all the ones back. And
that's a pretty cool thing to have in your back pocket.
Yeah, for sure. I've done over a dozen shows with them, and I've got some licensing gigs from them. I've done some Cartoon Network Adventure Time stuff. Those officially licensed, and I did their Ghostbusters 30th anniversary officially licensed, which was kind of a big deal at the time.
Guy, is that Bob's Burgers right there?
Yeah, Bob's Burgers, yeah.
He's got a nice mustache in that, too. I know a couple people that would like that.
Well, yeah, that's one of the parody ones. See, it's Bob's Burgers, and he's a burger, so that's safe, man. It's parody.
It is. And you got Batman's belt. That one's cool. That, and it's all looks like schematic drawn too. So it's really. Oh, P.W. Herman's suit top. That's pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
So what other kind of stuff are you into?
This is it. I collect action figures. I'm into that. I play music. I'm into that.
What kind of music do you do?
I haven't played in a while, just rock stuff,
That's cool. Yeah, I have a friend of mine, a band that I toured with. They're called Society's Plague. They're from Lexington, Kentucky. Have you ever heard of them?
I have not. That's cool, though. I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, they've been around. They're getting ready to get back out there and doing stuff. So if they are playing in Lexington, I told them I'd come down, so maybe we'll hang out.
Yeah, for sure. Hit me up.
Okay, now you have this. Now the reason why I came over to you is, number one, I really liked your stuff. Your sign's awesome, by the way. I think that was one of the drawing points. But you have a nice beard. Now, when did you start growing?
I started growing the beard poorly right after high school and just kind of rode it out until it started to fill in.
Hey, it's nice, man. It's working. You just brush it. It'll cause the follicles to be, to explode with action. Okay, we got another guy looking here. I'll let you talk to him. Now, what? Now, I really don't know. The style. What is technically the style called?
I like retro stuff. I guess you could call it retro, minimalist. They're minimal, but there's still a lot of detail in them. So I guess you couldn't call it minimalist. But I usually just say retro minimalist. That's what I go with.
It's very self-explanatory. And that to me, that exactly describes what it is.
Yeah, like a lot of the muted colors and stuff. Kind of what got me into this style is I'm a graphic designer by trade, and I'm really into like old like 60s and 70s graphic design, like packaging and stuff. And they use a lot of simple designs with muted colors. That's kind of where I took that and mixed it with pop culture.
All right, cool, Andrew. Well, I thank you for your time. I wish you luck with all of this. And any parting, give me a website or something.
My work can be seen at www.andrew-heath.com.
All right, and once again, I'll put a link in the show notes to that, so you can just easily click on that, so you don't have to remember it off the top of your head.
Yeah, man, thanks for chatting with me.
Hey, no problem, and good luck to you.
Awesome, thanks.
All right, I am at WizardCon with, your name is?
Jerry Milani.
And you are you are the press representative for this event, correct?
That's correct.
Now, can you give me a brief little summary about the history of WizardCon?
Sure. Well, Wizard World. Yeah, for Wizard World Comic Con, we've been doing shows since 1998 in Chicago. So we've done 3 shows in Cleveland up to date, and we have had success every year here. So Wizard World expanded from a few shows back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and just kind of have grown, and over the last couple years have expanded. We now do 16 shows across the country.
Now, where else other than Cleveland?
Sure, we've done a Columbus show for 7 years, Austin, Portland are some of the cities we've done, New Orleans for the longest time. And a few years ago, we added cities all across the country like Des Moines and Minneapolis and Sacramento. We've done Philadelphia show for almost 20 years. So we've done shows in all different corners of the country.
Now, what would you consider the reason why the popularity is growing?
Pop culture encompasses a lot of things. It's not just comics, it's not just sci-fi, it's not just people dressed up in cosplay. It's all those things, plus music, plus movies, plus television. Everything that's part of pop culture is celebrated at Wizard World, and we like to have a little bit of everything here for fans to enjoy.
That's pretty cool. Now, I mean, to me, like I go to like the smaller Comic-Cons, hotel lobbies and stuff like that. It's really cool to go to bigger events like this where you're getting a lot more. At events like that, it's just comic books and a couple artists, and here you have a lot of celebrities you guys bring in. How do you guys pick like who's going to be here? I mean, how does that all get set up?
Sure. Well, it's a big puzzle. I mean, the most important thing is availability of an individual celebrity. So when we know which ones we may be interested in for a certain city that maybe haven't been here before for us or haven't been here at all in a certain city, we'll work with the representatives, try to figure out their schedule, see if it's going to work for an individual market at a particular time. If we can match those things up and it's someone who hasn't been to this show or hasn't been at another show in the market from a different company and it works out, then we're happy to have them added to the show. And then, we try to make it a comfortable number. We don't want to overwhelm with 40 or 45 celebrities, but we want there to be a nice mix of different types of stars. So people who might be into horror, might be into sci-fi, might be into any other facet, or even whether it's a recent show like Stranger Things, a current show, or going all the way back to the Incredible Hulk, we've got something for everyone in between.
Who has been your favorite get?
Recently, we've had Nichelle Nichols is at this show, and she's kind of like royalty. It's exciting to meet someone like that. Then we have some of our recurring guests who we have who come back, and just every time it's almost like it feels like home, like a Lou Ferrigno or Dean Cain or Barry Bostwick who come to a lot of shows for us. In terms of for Wizard World, I mean, we have been happy to have new guests who, when a new show becomes popular and we're able to grab someone like Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things, that puts a whole new energy, a whole new fan base that might be interested in coming to our shows.
Now, Gene Simmons is obviously a great get. Now, tell me about how that happened.
Well, Gene had been looking to do some more events. He's looking to do some concert venues. And a great matchup for us now that we're getting more into the music side of it was to have him not just come and do autographs and do the VIP experience at the shows, but also do evening concerts. And he's going to do that in at least 5 markets, starting in Cleveland throughout the 2017 year.
Yeah, I heard him on the local radio the other day, and he sounded very excited about the whole involvement in the Wizard World Comic-Con. So congratulations for you guys on that get. I mean, he's definitely... to see the line of people to come and see him tonight. Now, Kato Kalin, he's here. Now, what's he here doing?
Well, we have new entertainment that we've started this year and an entertainment stage so that from the minute we start the show at 5 o'clock on Friday to the minute the show closes Sunday at 4 o'clock, there's something going on. So we have an entertainment stage, and it has magic, it has jugglers, it has music, it has dancers, it has something else. And Cato Kalin helps to kind of pull it all together as an MC for a lot of those events and kind of connect people, draw people, hey, come on over here, see this, and just kind of have fun with it. So he kind of gives us an opportunity to kind of tie it all together and be someone who can entertain people as well.
That's great. Now, what are do you guys have big future goals? Like what's your huge goals for the future?
Well, right now we have still 13 more shows to go in 2017, so we're really focused on that, but we're also looking a year ahead, so it looks like we'll be back in Cleveland, similar to maybe a week later, corresponding dates, working for sure with the center to try to get dates, but we're coming back to Cleveland for sure, so we're looking at the year ahead, obviously, with everything going on, and then we're already planning next year's show now. We're looking at, hey, this worked, this didn't work, here's something great we can do more of, here's something we can improve. So we're thinking at least 12, 13 months ahead when we talk about every show, and then in terms of the company's future, we're trying lots of things this year. Wizard World has done a lot of things in the world of music. We're doing things in the areas of creating a news site. We're doing things where the brand of Wizard World, where people are recognizing us as a leader in pop culture, and we're trying to expand into as many areas to just get as many fans interested in what we're doing.
All right, last question. Do you have something against mustaches and beards? Why do you not have one?
I do not know what the answer would be to that. I have never tried to grow either one, and if I ever have stubble, it's because it's been a couple of days since I've shaved.
You're a little dark right now, so obviously you shaved this morning, but you could potentially have some good growth. Well, thank you very much, Jerry. I appreciate that. And any parting words, website, give me some information I can post up there too.
Yeah, just fans should go to wizardworld.com. We have the latest information about which celebrities are going to which shows, what our events are at each event, and as soon as we know who's coming to Cleveland or to any other event, we pop them right up on the website. Wizardworld.com is the spot to learn everything about our events.
All right, thank you very much. All right, I want to thank Jerry so much for having me at the Wizard World Comic-Con. I reached out to the Wizard World company, and he invited me to come and cover the event, and I greatly appreciate letting me be in there, talking to the people that were there, and taking your time out of your busy day to talk to me about what was going on. I greatly appreciate it, and thank you. What else? This is something really awesome. Coming up very soon. Now, if you've listened to past episodes, you might want to go back and listen to episode number 8. Episode number 8 is with a guy named Mike Lauer, who organizes an event called Mustachio Bashio. And wouldn't you know, it's right on our doorstep, coming up within a week or so from whenever you listen to this. And if you listen to it 3 months from now, you missed it. And there'll probably be another episode with me being there, and that's the plan. Is I will be there. If you happen to be in the Cleveland area around April 8th at the Barley House, 6 p.m., you can join me amongst many other bearded and mustached fellas and girls as we enjoy the celebration of the mustache. So if you want to go back and listen to episode 8, I will put a link in my show notes. That'll explain everything about what Mustachio Bashio is, which they are celebrating their 10th year, which is super awesome. So I guess on that note, I'm gonna have you guys go to thebeardcaster.com. Once again, all my social media is there: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Check them all out. Like them all, share them with your friends. Tell your friends about this. If you're enjoying the content I am giving you, tell your friends. And do not forget to email me, Scott@thebeardcaster, with things you want me to talk about. I want to do the things you want. I want to do episodes about things that interest you. So email me, Scott@thebeardcaster.com. So now I want to leave you with a track from the French Donkey record, Make Gold. I hope you enjoy. Please check out the blog. If not, check out the show notes. There's links there will be a direct link to this album on iTunes. So if by some chance you hear it and you're like, wow, this is a really good song, I really like it, I'd like to hear more, click on the link. It'll take you right to their iTunes page. You can sample all 21 songs and get a good feel for the record. It's really good. I highly suggest you check it out. Pick it up, get it. It's a great record, and it's something I've been waiting for a long time. Just great tunes. So on that note, thank you all, and I guess I will see you in a couple weeks. Ciao.